So you want to start playing D&D with your friends or your family, but you have no idea where to start or when to buy what? Well, don't worry, because this video is my personal buyer's guide to D&D. So let's just jump straight in. The first thing you might want to buy is technically nothing.
That makes 0 sense.
Well, let me explain. Wizards of the Coast has a free PDF with the basic rules for D&D. Links in the description. The PDF consists of 180 pages, which to be fair is a lot, and it gives players all the tools they need to make a good, easy to understand character, perfect for if you're new. It also has rules to play the game and a chapter so a beginner DM can make great, compelling homebrew games. It also has a character sheet you can easily print out, and if you don't have dice, Google has a feature that rolls them for you.
Oh, fuck me.
But I don't think I'm a person who's really good at homebrewing. What do I do?
Well, for you I'd recommend either the starter set or the essentials kit. As of right now, the starter set costs about 18 euros and the essentials kit 21 euros. They both have a small book with rules and a simple, pre-written adventure, so it's perfect for new players and DMs. I have not had my hands on the starter set yet, so I can't give you my opinion on which one is the best, but from what I heard, the essentials kit is the way to go. Now we're at the point where D&D comes at its full potential and you might start to spend larger sums of money. The next things you want to buy are the core rulebooks. There are 3 of them and you want to buy them in the following order. 1. The Player's Handbook, 2. The Monster Manual, and 3. The Dungeons Master's Guide. If you're a player who isn't going to DM in the near future, the Player's Handbook is all you need. It contains all the vanilla information, more on that later, to make a good fleshed out character ready to jump into the next big adventure. As a DM, you want to buy the other 2 as well. The Monster Manual is a giant list of all vanilla monsters, again more on that later, and there's stat blocks you can implement into your games. The Dungeon Master's Guide is a book full of tips on how to make giant homebrew campaigns, worlds, adventures, dungeons, monsters, and so on. Has a big list of magic items and additional rules, and I'm probably forgetting a lot. What I recommend you do is that as soon as you start playing with either the basic rules, the starter set, or the essentials kit, you actually start saving money for these core rulebooks, even buying them if you can. This way you prevent a large gap between games and you can also upgrade the game you're currently playing. Also, if you have the necessary funds, treat yourself, or maybe someone else even, with a core rulebook gift set. This contains all 3 of the core rulebooks and has a nice DM screen. Players, you can skip to the next part of the video because this will be information that is mainly going to be interesting to the DMs. The next thing I'd recommend you buy, especially if you don't like homebrewing, is a pre-written adventure. It will further show you how D&D adventures are usually structured and can be of great inspiration if you play a homebrew game as well. Now don't think you can skip the DM's guide if you do this. These modules refer to stuff that is written inside of that book, so you do still need it. As for which one to buy, that's up to you. The only thing I would say is go and check out some of the top 10s or tier lists of these modules, for there are very bad ones and amazing ones. Players, if you're still here, this last part is also for you. The last thing on the list are source books. Remember I called the core rulebooks vanilla? Well, these books give more things to work with to both players and DMs, some leaning more towards the one than the other. And these are basically written to expand on the core rulebooks. Just make sure to research what's inside them before you buy one, because again, some are more targeted towards players and some more to DMs. So, that does it for this video. I know I haven't touched things like minis or maps at all, but that's not really necessary to play D&D, as it can all be played with Theater of the Mind. If you liked this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you're new here. Also, make sure to ring that notification bell. If you want to tell me something, please leave a comment down below, and for that, I will see you in the next video.